Hi there, gorgeous! Today's foundation review is for a brand I never heard of before, brand new to me, and that is Smith & Cult. They were a brand that caught my attention when I was on Ulta's website very recently looking for new foundations to try, and this one had some pretty good reviews on it, so I figured, let's give it a shot. What can we lose? I'll show you everything today from the initial application to the end of the day results, and I'll let you know, is it one worth checking out or not? Before we get into the foundation, if you're curious about what's on my eyes, this is a review that will be coming out next week. Look for the Too Faced Pretty Mess collection review if you would like more details on this. This foundation retails for $42. They have 42 different shades to choose from within this line, which is pretty impressive. And it says that it will leave your skin feeling lightweight. It's not supposed to feel cakey on the skin whatsoever. And it has aloe vera gel and chlorophyll to instantly calm and brighten the skin. They say you can apply it with your fingers, a brush, or a sponge. It's really up to you. So we're gonna do two of those methods today. I'm going to apply one side with a sponge and the other side with a brush. The shade names are funny though, because when I first picked this one up, it said my shade was 130 neutral. And when you look at that on the box, in person it looks very dark, but when you look at it in the tube, it's a little better looking. They do not say what kind of coverage this will give you, so we will find out. Comes with a pump, and when you take it out, we'll see what kind of consistency we get, like that. Very runny, you can see it there, it's going all over the place. Taking that one drop, that's just one drop of the foundation, putting that on my skin, and I'm going to blend that in with a sponge. That goes on looking very yellow, but I got one that was for cool undertones. The shade that I'm using, by the way, is 130 neutral. At least that's what I believe. I don't buy a foundation if it's not advertised as having cool undertone friendly, you know. It has to be those, that has to be the quality that I get in a foundation. But this is blending in very nicely. Has a light, fresh scent to it, but it's going away the more I blend this into my skin. I would describe the coverage as medium to full. I mean, it's providing some pretty beautiful coverage here on my skin, although it didn't really cover up that little acne mark that I have there, although I have to tell you, that is a really hard one to cover lately. I've been really struggling with covering that one, so we're not gonna hold this, we're not gonna hold that against this foundation. Beautiful coverage. You can see from this side to this side the type of results that I got so far with just using the sponge. So we'll try it on this side with a brush. I'm using the Fenty Beauty 110 foundation brush. It does look very skin-like. At least that's how I feel about it with having used the sponge on the other side so far. It doesn't look cakey, and it feels very lightweight too. It actually feels like I'm applying moisturizer. It's a very lightweight, best way I know how to describe it. Doesn't feel like a foundation traditionally would. Well, that is simply beautiful, both with a brush and a sponge. I like both sides so far. This was a brand new foundation to me. It was something that came up on Ulta's website when I was looking for new foundations to try. I've never even tried anything from this brand before, so if this is good, even if it's bad, let's just say it, I may go back and get some more products from them just to try out in a future video. To set my face, I'm relying on my good old Coty Airspun translucent powder, simply because this is not one that will hide the foundation. If it's a bad foundation, this one will call it out. I need to look for the one that's unscented though, because I really don't like the smell of this stuff. So far, it's gorgeous. I love how it looks on the skin. It doesn't feel cakey. It's very lightweight, and I don't feel like I've applied a ton of product onto my face. So I gotta get back to my review of the Too Faced products, but I'll show you an end of the day check-in here shortly. On the day that I tested this foundation out, you recall that I had said I was testing out the Too Faced Pretty Mess collection. As part of that collection, there was an extremely strong highlighter, so you will see a lot of shine on my cheekbone especially, but keep in mind that is the highlighter, that is not the foundation. So this is what my face looked like at the end of 11 hours. There was not a lot of shine in my T-zone. I was pleasantly surprised to see that, but the foundation moved a lot. It moved a lot around my nose. It disappeared from my chin. There were certain parts of my cheeks where it was missing. It started to break apart on my face, and for those reasons, I would not use this foundation again, and I didn't really care for how it looked by the end of the day. It wasn't flattering anymore, and I don't feel like a primer could fix those qualities. So while I like that it wasn't shiny by the end of the day, I mean, that was a major plus. The fact that it moved around and it broke apart so badly did not leave me feeling like this is a great foundation, sadly. So sorry to tell you that. I know there have been a lot of disappointments this week, and I really expected more out of this group that I was testing out for you, honestly. But I do have to tell you, there is a fabulous, and I want to emphasize fabulous, foundation that I'm sharing with you tomorrow that beats every single foundation that I've shared with you this week tenfold. Best part is it's only $16, and it's everything that they say that it is. Humidity proof, sweat proof, waterproof. It's bulletproof basically. So I can't wait for you to see that video. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this week. I've really enjoyed sharing these with you, and I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow.